Okay, folks, here we go. We're going to take a look at the PSAT, and I did not preview it, so just looked at it a little bit when I was handing it out, but that's about it. It says a babysitter earns $8 an hour. That's your slope for babysitting 2 children, and an additional $3 tip when both children are put to bed on time. If the babysitter gets the children to bed on time, what expression can be used to determine how much they earned? The $3 tip is the B, the y-intercept. So we're looking at 3x plus 8. Nope. We want the B and the y and the slope. There it is. A is probably the right one. This one is not right. This one, of course, is not right. We want y equals mx plus b. Number 2. If xy is a solution to the equation above and y is not equal to 0, what is the ratio x over y? What they want us to do is solve for x over y. So look at this. It says 3x plus 3y equals y. So I'm going to subtract 2y. Sorry, subtract 3y. And I'm going to get 3x is equal to negative 2y. What I want to do is find out what is x over y. So how am I going to get that? Well, I'm going to divide by y on both sides. And I have one last step, and I think you can figure out what it is, at least I hope so. There's a 3 out in front, or 3x if you like, and it's equal to negative 2. So there it is. Figure it out. And of course, we're going to divide by 3 on both sides. And we have x over y is equal to negative 2 over 3, which is b. There's another way to do this, completely different, and we'll go back to it maybe if we have time. Which ordered pair satisfy the system of equations up above? Now, I hate fractions. Don't you hate fractions? So let's get rid of fractions. Let's multiply this entire equation by 4. That's going to give us 2x minus y is equal to 40. Much, much easier to work with. Then I'm going to multiply the entire bottom equation by 8. That's going to give us x minus y is equal to 8 times 19, which is a little bigger, but it's 152. Now, there's a little problem here. I've got some negatives. If I add these together, it's not going to help any. So I'm going to multiply this by a negative, and that's going to give me 1x. This negative makes this a positive y. With the negative y gives us 0. And negative 152 and 40 makes negative 112. So there's our answer, A. We can move on. There's a lot of other ways to go with this, but I'd say that's probably the easiest. This one, we've got a weird-looking triangle, isosceles, with AB equal to AC. That means that this angle is equal to this angle, and these two triangles are similar. These are both right similar triangles. It says DE is 5 to DF is 7, and BC is equal to 48. The whole thing is 48. The ratio of DE to DF, what is the length of DC? So this one is a pirate problem. We want 12 shares altogether, and if I divide this into 12 shares, divide this by 12, I get 4 shares for each one across. There's 12 sections all the way across. Think about it like that. And each one is worth 4. So this is going to be 28, and this is going to be 20. I just divided it up into the shares, 5 to 7. So 20 to 28, and we want DC, which is 28. That's D. In a certain game, a player can solve easy or hard puzzles. Okay, 30 for an easy, 60 for a hard. Tina solved 50 puzzles playing this game, earning 1950 points in all. How many hard puzzles did Tina solve? Well, what you can do is you can just trial and error it. So she did 50 altogether. So if she did 10 hard ones, that means she did 40 and 10. She gets 10 for hard ones and 40, 30 for easy ones. And that's 1,200 and 600, and that makes 1,800. Looks like it's not that one. So we try 15. She solves 15 hard. That means 35 easy for a total of 50. The hard puzzles are worth 60. and these are worth 30. And it looks like we have 0, 5, 1,050, and 60 times 15 is 900, and that's 1950 points, so it's B, because we want to know hard puzzles. Pretty sure on that. I haven't been classifying my answers. I'm pretty sure on this one. I'm just going to put a check. I haven't double-checked it, but I think it's pretty close. This one I definitely want to check again. This one I'm pretty sure on, and this one I'm absolutely certain. All right. R and S are two solutions of the equation above where R is greater than S, which of the following is the value of R minus S. It says the solutions. Probably your best option is if you know what the solutions are. I don't know if there's another easy way to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and factor this guy. We've got a 2x and an x, and we got a minus 15, which is maybe plus 3 minus 5. That's 6. Nope. We'll try plus 5 minus 3. There it is. That's a minus 3x and a plus 10x. If you don't know how to factor, it's going to be hard to figure out. This solution is x equals negative 5 or positive 3 halves. And it says that R is greater than S. So we've got 3 halves minus negative 5. And that's going to be 13 over 2 because this is 10 over 2 plus 3 over 2, which is 13 over 2. So it's B. Don't see any other way to go with that. Really no choice but to be able to solve this system. This quadratic, excuse me. All right. Cut a lawn. Alan charges a fee of $15 for his equipment and $8.50 per hour. The $8.50 is the slope, and where X is the number of hours, this is how much it costs. Taylor charges a fee of $12 plus $9.25X, and that's how much. I should have given it to Taylor. This is Taylor's charges, and this is Alan's charges. So this is A, this is T. Okay, and we want the X that solves this. Well, what we really want to find out is when they're equal. So we set these equal to each other, and when you do that, you get the difference between the prices is 75 cents. And I'm going to go ahead and show it. That's 12 plus 925X is equal to 15 plus 850X. And what we're going to do is we're just going to subtract the 12 and subtract the 850. Subtracting the 850, X gives you the 75 cents times X. I'm going to subtract the 12 at the same time, and I get $3. And we're going to divide by 75 cents, and that means at 4 hours is the difference. So at 4 hours is what we call the break-even point. Taylor charges less to start with, but more later on. So for which Taylor's total charge is greater, so X greater than 4. At 4, they're exactly equal. Taylor's is more expensive after 4 hours. Of course, didn't really have to do all this because we could have recognized that it's always going to be more eventually, and that the only thing that makes sense is this answer. And I am absolutely certain. Wow, I really wasted a lot of time on that one, didn't I? Okay, the equation above is used to model a relationship between the number of cups N of hot chocolate sold per day. This is a weird one. T in degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, okay, that makes sense. As the temperature goes up, you're going to sell less hot chocolate. So when the temperature's low, it's going to sell more. According to the model, what is the meaning of the 3 in the equation? That means that you're going to sell 3 cups of hot chocolate less, minus 3 cups for every degree of temperature. For every decrease of 1 degree, 3 more cups of hot chocolate will be sold. Nope. Nope. Has nothing to do with 3 degrees. It has to do with the number of cups. because notice that N is the number of cups. So 3 is the number of cups per degree, and D, for every decrease of 1 degree, there will be 3 more cups of hot chocolate sold. That's D. They're kind of saying it in reverse, though, so it's a little bit confusing. A truck enters a stretch of road that drops 4 meters in elevation for every 100 meters along the length of the road. This is called a negative 4% grade, negative 4 per 100. The road is at 1,300 meters elevation, and the truck is traveling at 16 meters per second along the road. He's going to lose 4 meters of elevation for every 100 meters he goes forward. What is the elevation in road in meters at the point where the truck passes t seconds after entering the road? Times t is the number of seconds going. I would say that the 16 times 4 is 0.64 over 100. So it's going to be this one right here, because 16 times 4 is 64 hundredths, and this is 64 hundredths. So I'm pretty sure. This one I'm absolutely sure on. Sick today. Let's see. F of x minus 1 is equal to 2x plus 3 for all values of x. What is the value f of negative 3? Well, what we really want is negative 2 minus 1, don't we? This is what we're looking for. So see how I put the x, the negative 2 where the x is? So what I'm going to do is put a negative 2 where the x is. This is kind of an easy one. Usually they get harder as you go along. Pretty sure on that one. Which of the following is equivalent to s minus t, s over t? Oh, we're multiplying this fraction times this number. If you want, you can just multiply this times both parts. That gives you s squared over t minus ts over t. And the t's cancel out, assuming that t is not equal to 0. So you get s squared over t minus s. Now, they did not put that t cannot be equal to 0, which is a real problem here. But I'm just going to put a check on that one. We'll come back to it. All right, one more here. Looks like we're going to be distributing. K is a constant. We want P of X to be divisible by X. What is the value of K? Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and distribute this and see what we've got, really. That's 3x squared plus 30x plus 15. I just distributed the 5. Excuse me, the 3. Then you have to distribute the negative 5. You have to be very careful. That's negative 5x, but that's plus 5k. Now that gives us 3x squared plus 25x plus 15 plus 5k. Now it says px is divisible by x. What is the value of k? So we want... Oh, that's 5x. It's minus 5x, yeah, 5x. Interesting. Oh, we want this to be 0. Duh. Because we want this to be divisible by x. So we want x to be in this equation with this equal to 0. So the only way that'll happen is if this is 0. So 15 plus 5k is equal to 0. You solve by subtracting 15. 5k is equal to negative 15. We divide by 5, and you get k equal negative 3. A is the only answer for that one. All right. In the xy plane, if the parabola with the equation blah, 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 ABC passes through the point negative 1, 1, which of the following must be true? Well, negative 1, 1 is right here. It doesn't specify which way. So let's see. It could go up. It could go down. But it has to be a solution, doesn't it? This has to be a solution. So what we can do is we can say that y is 1 and a, we can put the negative 1 for x. I'm just putting the solution into this. Plus b times negative 1 plus c. So now we've got 1a minus b plus c is equal to 1. A minus b plus c equals 1. D. All I did was put this solution into that equation. That's it. That's all you had to do. Now, I made a mistake. I should have started with this because you generally will run out of time. I'm not running out of time, I don't think. I think I've only spent about 13 minutes on it. But you may run out of time, so it's always a good idea to do this first. My bad. So I'm going to add 6. I get 30 is equal to h over 10. We multiply by 10, and you get 300 for h. I am absolutely sure. 15. What is the value of a? Okay, I'm going to distribute the negative. Let's be careful. 2a plus 3 minus 4a plus 8. Here's the trouble right there, that double negative. And this is equal to 7. So we've got negative 2a plus 11 equals 7. We're going to subtract 11. And you get negative 2a is equal to negative 4. And of course, a is equal to 2. Might be a good idea to put that. I'm just going to put a double check on that one. I'm darn sure. But if x is not equal to 0, what is the value of this? Well, this is 9x squared. They want to see if you know how to square these guys. This is 4 times, you have to square first, 9x squared over 4x squared. The 4's cancel out, and it says x is not equal to 0, so the x squareds cancel out. So this is 9. Done. Like I said, these are some of the easiest. If x minus 2 is a factor of this, where b is a constant, what is the value of b? Okay, so you got to know about factoring or multiplying. So lots of ways to go with this, but here's what you want to do is you want to think about this. X minus 2 times some other binomial gives us x squared minus bx plus b. Okay, I want this number to be the same as this number. See how they're both the same? Well, if x minus 2 is the number, I want these to be 4. X squared minus 4x plus 4. And this is x minus 2 times x minus 2, which gives me negative 4x plus 4 at the end. These are equal, and this is b, and it says what is the value of b? So b is positive 4, isn't it? And we are done. You should go back and check your answers. I am absolutely sure on this one. I am absolutely sure on this one. This one looks good, but I'm just going to double check it. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7. And 8 minus 8 is 0. 7 minus 0 is 7. I am absolutely sure now on that one. Just want to go back, take a look. These can be a little tricky at times. It turned out that 13 was one of the easiest problems of all. All you had to do is substitute the answer into the variables. I put x where the x was, the y where the y was, and I was done. I am absolutely sure on that one. This one is a little tricky. I distributed it, and I know for sure that it is correct because of that. Yep, I'm sure on that one. So there you go. Hopefully it'll help. Sorry I went a little fast on a few of them. Let's see. Maybe this one was a little confusing. What I did was I used the pirate problem where we have 12 shares altogether, and I shared the base among the two triangles. The ratio of this triangle was 5 to 7. So we made this one 4 times 5 and this one 4 times 5, 4 times 7, so that it was 5 to 7 if we were looking at the ratio. This one I just used trial and error. Darn sure on that one. So there it is. Hopefully you guys did okay. Bye, everybody.